Hello and welcome back. Today we're playing with moss. Yeah. So what we're doing is maybe you can see it behind me. We're making this hill pretty. Look at that. Look at that. That's so much better. All this dirt everywhere, gone. We're gonna get rid of it. It's gonna take way more moss than I have. That's for sure. So I don't know if we'll actually like fully complete this today or not, but we're gonna try. So, or at least I say today. I say today like this all happens in a day. It does not. Um, but in this episode, we're gonna try and replace this hill with moss because I think that looks so much nicer. I think that's a much nicer look for our spawn area base. Um, Now, geez, flight fail. What that means, of course, is all of these sides, all of it. We're gonna try and replace uh, most of this with some custom terraforming. So this cliff face, where it has more, well, cliff-like edges. Obviously, I'm not going to do this. Um, Obviously, I'm not going to do that there as much. I'm going to get a good layer of moss so that it looks like there's actual grass, and then I might just work with the natural stone here to make sure that it looks good. But I definitely think that like for this little starter area, we should put in some time to make it look good. So that is what we're gonna do today, and tomorrow, and the next day, and I don't know, however many days it takes to get this done. I think it's gonna look really good. I'm really excited about it. So that's gonna be the project. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy the results. There's gonna be a lot of cutting in this video to just show you progress updates in this. Because it's not a big exciting build or anything that I'm doing. It's just replacing a bunch of dirt with moss. But the end result, I think, will look really good. In some places, we're just going to cover it up. Some places, we are going to break it uh, and completely redo the surface. So I think this is one of those little things that like really really spices up the look of a place, because like in if I think about like the hills in my hometown, right? I don't see a lot of just like bare dirt. There's a little bit, of course, but not a ton, right? And something like this really should be like a retaining wall or something. I'm not gonna probably bother with that, but um, yeah, that's where my head's at right now. We're gonna be replacing wood, or sorry, not wood. I misspoke. We're gonna be replacing dirt for a while. It's gonna be super chill. I might, if I get ultimately bored, stream some of this. So if I do that, I don't know. I might splice in that video, or I might not. I don't know. So yeah, that's that's it. That's the project. This is it. I really hope you guys like the result, because I think I will. I think I will. It's gonna be a lot of work, but oh, it's gonna look so good. So I'll be back with you in seconds for you once I have made some significant progress towards this current build. Until then, see ya. Okay, so welcome back. Look, uh, first of all, look at the crisp clarity of this video. Yeah, I made some edits to the settings that I'm using in OBS, and I think it has turned out to be really quite a bit nicer. So, the second thing that I want to kind of mention is I'm getting closer to I'm getting closer to a point where I can kind of show off some stuff. So let me show you. Sorry, I was just tidying up random crap, but let me fly over here and we'll do a dramatic reveal. Spin around. Look at that. Hey, look at that. Doesn't that look so much better when you're coming at it? Doesn't that look so much better? Oh, that's 1,000 times better. This is what I was going for. Oh, viewing tree. Okay. Yeah. So I think that looks way better, right? I think that's the kind of look I was going for. So I'm going to get back to work here at cleaning up some more of that area and getting it set up to look better. I'm also going to cut some more trails probably through here because as you can see, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get back and forth from down at the beach. Right, and this is my little beach area where I've got a den full of foxes. So I do come out here every once in a while. And it would be nice to have a easy path all the way down. With this done though, or like with this getting closer to being done, I am in a pretty good place for I think what I want to do with this other side. So I'm going to replace some, but not all of the dirt on this side, right? What I think I'm going to do is replace kind of a layer or two above the stone, right? So we can actually test what this will look like. Is this one on stone? Yeah, that's not quite good enough though, right? So oh geez, that was exactly where I wanted to be. I can't believe I just did that. Ender pearl. Yeah, okay. So now that I can hold shift correctly, let's go ahead and just like cut off, I don't know, like 2 layers of this or something, right? Something like that, and get rid of this one too, so that we can kind of get an idea of what this will look like. Right, okay. So this is just testing my theory that this will look okay. I don't know for sure if it will, but we're gonna find out together. And so jump down. Whoop, that's a creeper. Dirty, rotten bastards. So that is why that's why I'm also going around and lighting up a bunch of this space. For now, we're just gonna toss some torches around, but as we go back towards over here. Okay, so let's take a flight away from the base. And like that, I think that'll look good. Right? I think that'll be a nice transition, right? Because I want it to go from grass to dirt on these ones, right? And a blend like that is pretty good, I think. We'll take a screenshot of that so that I can remind myself what I wanted to do later. So I'm gonna try and I'm gonna attempt to make something like that on this face especially. I might get rid of some of the grass entirely on a few of these. I don't know for sure. I don't know. This side I'm gonna have to play with more than the others, right? Because the others are all fairly just like evenly hilled. So if I come around to this side, to my my big old gate, right? That is a nice this is a nice gradient for the hill. Nice grade for the hill. So that will be easy, except for in a couple of little spots. This one too. Let's see here. That one too, right? So that's going to be fairly easy to go about fixing. That, yeah, I forgot. Okay, so I have to fix this too. I forgot that I hadn't finished building up this cliff. All of this was all of this was custom made to support this, but I didn't finish it off apparently. So that looks kind of silly. But we'll fix that as we go about editing the look of this hillside, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Anyway, that is sort of the update. That I'm probably going to cut a bunch of this because that's a longer update than I meant to have. But that is the update. I think this is going to look really, really good when we're done. I really do. I'm not going to do this entire island, by the way. Like that would be too much. I'm just going to mostly do the hill. Yeah, yep. That's it. That's the update. Good day. Welcome back. So, just a quick update on how this hill is coming. Hey, look at that. So let me just kind of cruise over here, I guess. Um, yeah, check that out. Look at all that progress, eh? So we've got a good chunk of the hill, completely covered in moss. From up here, the view looks something like this, right? So a fairly nice landscape, I think. But we're running into a problem. So let me show you. This has not been a trivial amount of moss to replace. It has been it's been a lot of manual moss farming, I tell you. Down here, when I started this, had quite a bit of moss. It was almost full. Um, this is after my restock, just kind of now. What I've been doing is a couple of floors down here, I have a little manual moss farm. And so I've just been taking the dirt that I pull up, bringing it down to this room down here, right? Here we go. This is my moss setup, right? So I fill this with dirt, I hit it with bone meal a couple of times, I harvest it, yada yada. It works, I guess. But you know what? It's not exactly the best. Not the best at all. So, in order to not make myself want to absolutely die as I am trying to do this, trying to complete this build, what we're going to do is we're actually going to take a small break from laying moss, and we are going to build a automatic moss farm. Now I need some materials for that to happen. Namely, redstone. I need some redstone. And then a bunch of droppers and furnaces and sticky pistons and so forth and so on. I'm going to use a design by Shulkercraft, I believe. I haven't actually tested this in a test world yet, but I'm confident that it will work just fine. And so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna build it at the flower farm, since that seems like a good expansion to the existing stuff over there, way over past these guys, right? The flower farm, you guys remember, way down there. So that's going to be the plan, is to set this up down there, get a bunch of moss, and then I'll just use shulkers probably to bring it back and forth, and fill out the rest of this, because like up here I would like this edging also to be moss. I don't care about, as I think I said in a previous clip here, I'm not going to do this all the way like down there. For the most part, that the rest of the island can stay the way that it is. But my main building areas, I would really like to, look good like this. Like that looks so nice. Look at that. That looks so nice. So I'm going to do that. I will probably be spending some off-camera time just gathering a little bit of redstone, because that is something that I desperately need more of. And then we will, get to building a automatic moss farm. So yeah, that's the plan. And then I will come back once I have done even more of the hill, or maybe once I've completed it. We'll see. We'll see how efficient the moss farm is and how far I get. Yeah. So that's it. That's the update for now. Okay, so here we are at the flower farm. I've extended this wall out a bit, just trying to pre-plan where everything is going to go, right? So this block right here will be where we turn on this machine. The machine that I'm using, as I had mentioned, so I am looking at one by, what's his name? Shulkercraft. It's the machine I'm using is actually a bone meal generating machine. Um, but um, I'm going to add a filter, an item filter loop before the moss gets shoved into a bone meal machine. I don't know. Sorry, words escape me. Before I process the bone meal, I'm going to run it through a loop to get any of the moss out of the system until such time as my chests are filled up, and then they'll return to the system, if that makes sense. So I'm going to extend it this way, right? I'm gonna keep hollowing out this wall, and then we will start the actual process of building this machine. So I had not planned on that being the case. Right. Sure. Okay, well, so that's kind of as far as I can go then. Let's finish this and then we'll count. Okay, so that's not going to be enough room if I am leaving it that way. So what I could instead do is I could extend things that way. I could extend it down. Okay, let's think about this for a minute. I will be back after I have planned how I'm going to fit this into this area. All right, so I did a bit of planning in my test world. I built this machine again in my test world to kind of figure out what kind of dimensions I'm looking at. So I need a total depth of 10 blocks. It's a total of 16 blocks wide and 19 blocks long. 20, actually, if you count this, if you count our switch. So that's the dimensions that we have to account for as we build this machine. Now, I think there's probably a tighter way to do this, but I'm not going to bother trying to think of how that is. So I've laid it out like this for myself. for my own reference. Then as you see here, this is just a proof of concept. So I can filter on just moss, and then everything else will come into these droppers to refill the bone meal in this, because this is going to chew through a lot of bone meal. Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of the plan right now, as it stands, is to pop in and make sure that we have enough dimensions for this to actually work. Yeah. So we'll see you back in the actual world, where we'll get to building this bad boy contraption. Okay, so we're done. I think. I haven't tested this yet, so I believe I've set this all up correctly. Basically, we're gonna flip this lever, and it's going to do a bunch of redstone jazz, and that should ensure. That was absolutely not what I meant to do. That should ensure that we can run this, fire this dispenser, right? I've got some bone meal in there right now, enough to get us started at least. And that should, convert this to moss, push it into this trough, which I think, you know what? I believe I am missing one vital. Yeah, I think let's just try that. Yeah, that'll do. And then let's just block that off. Okay, so that should, I think, do it. Now down here, right? So this is the system of janky. This is the janky setup I have for my items. My item filters are here, right? So we should only be getting moss blocks through here into our chests. I tossed a few that I had on me in here just to test that it was working correctly. And then anything that doesn't get snagged by the item filter should exit the system here, right with this one. And that's going to come here. It's going to shove itself into this area where it's going to get bone mealed, and then it will get sent up the dropper chain into these over to there. So any of the extras should come over and automatically refill this to make it a little bit easier to keep active. Now that might be loud when I turn it on, so sorry about this. I normally wouldn't do this on camera, but I don't remember what it makes the sounds for the ticking and crap like that when I turn this on. So we're gonna try that. Okay, moment of truth. So if I'm lucky, this will work. Oh, and it doesn't. Yeah, okay, so I'm missing something. Some aspect of this is incorrect. Okay, well, back to the drawing board. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so, I figured it out. The key, the whole thing, rested on this, not... Hey. Why is this not working? I forgot to hook that up somewhere. Maybe that goes here? No, that's not right. Okay, one extra second. Okay, there we go. I think I got it. So I had to switch this repeater to be on its full delay to get this actually shooting bone meal. And then I realized that this was backwards. This was pointing into this direction instead of this way. So what should happen now is that this should send a pulse through here, and it should activate those water trapdoors. So let's find out what happens here. Yeah, okay, right? Is that doing what we want? Yep, that is doing what we want. It's not quite getting to the edge though. Okay, so not a big deal. What we'll do is we'll actually put this on a 2-tick delay instead. Let's see if that helps. Maybe let's put it on a 3-tick delay. Right, because we want this to get to the end, if we possibly can. Alright, that's doing better, for sure. Yeah, okay, that being held up there isn't great. So that's no big problem. What we'll do is we'll just, I guess, just break that glass. Oh, I shouldn't have done that with the pick. Whoops. That's gonna get sorted weird. Let's see if we can grab that before it makes a big deal of things. Nope. Okay. Let's see. One of these will have that item. Which one? This one? Nope. 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 How is that possible that none of those? Okay. What is going on? Where the hell did it go? I'm really, really confused right now. Did it go into this one? No. And you? Nope. I must have picked it up. Maybe that's... Maybe I picked it up and I didn't realize. That would be the best case. I mean, it seems to be working, right? So let's take a look here. Is anything actually getting into this dropper system? I can't tell. Darn it. This stuff is definitely getting... Let's see, it seems to be... Okay, there's that. Ah, so it's having trouble actually getting through it's getting through to the end for these extra items. Okay. Okay. Well, that is a problem I didn't know I would have to solve. But like, see this? This is just like, it is chewing through the, is absolutely chewing through the bone meal, right? So, so yeah. And these hoppers are filling up. That is not ideal. That is definitely not what we wanted. Okay, so that's okay. This is a good proof of concept. What we should do is we'll turn this off. What that's going to allow for is it's actually going to allow these hoppers to empty properly, right? So these should fill all of the moss into the various chests, and then it should allow them to continue forward. So where are we? Yeah, we're kind of that one right there. It's the big blocker. I see. So, how do I deal with that? I guess I can filter. I guess I can filter on not moss and send it into this system or something. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. At any rate, for now, this is like, that's great, right? So, it is definitely doing what I wanted it to. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I suppose if I added more filters, it would allow this to get rid of items faster, and maybe that by itself would kind of cure this problem. I don't know. But this worked really well. This is definitely going to be enough, even as it is a little janky. It's going to be enough to allow me to go ahead and continue building the farm. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So that's the bone meal getting into droppers. Fantastic. Okay, so that does still get to where I want it to go. It just requires the machine being off long enough to process the movement of the, what am I trying to say? The movement of the moss. Yeah. So okay, that's good. That's a really good start. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Okay. Anyway, back to making moss happen, and I will update you once that is done. Hello. Okay, so we are at what I would call a firm middle point in this project. This, as you can see, I've done a few minor changes to the setup here. That's not the right button. To help alleviate the bottleneck, we still get a bottleneck on this hopper, right? This hopper is the well, it's the bottleneck. I don't know how else to put that. So sometimes items build up here. I'm eventually going to refactor this entire thing, but for right now, it is doing swimmingly. This was full, and I looted a bunch from these chests. So yeah, it's cruising along. It does exactly what I need it to. I don't need this glass to be here. I don't know why I put it there in the first place. But yeah, I was reviewing my footage as I was about to put together sort of a part one of this project, and I realized that I had never come back and said that this was actually working. It is now. And yeah, like I extended the hoppers, that seems to have alleviated most of the pressure, and it feeds into itself now to keep itself going. So, so yeah, that's kind of where that's at. And then let's just sleep really quickly. And then I'll show you the progress on the rest of the hill. Eventually, we're going to come in and complete that upstairs too. So the hill, though, let's come over here. We've got to a really good point in it. I'm probably going to take a break on this because it is just a massive project. And if I don't do something else for a little bit, I'm probably going to go crazy. So let's get down here to our wonderful viewing tree. Right, there we go. And yeah, you can kind of see. So I've done most of this hill, right? I've extended it out quite a bit. And we've done most of the grass area up in the actual main base itself too, right? So right here, right? I've also been testing, I've been pulling in some of the moss so that it's not this hard line everywhere. That was sort of going to be my second pass at this, was to pull this in a little bit, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to also go ahead and create a whole bunch of green concrete powder to mix in with this so that we've got some variation on the shade, and so that it's not It's not quite as hard of an edge as this is. But the first pass at this entire project was absolutely to go ahead and get this in, which we've done pretty well on the front. But yeah, as I had said, I'm gonna take a break on this. We're gonna find something else to occupy some of our time, because with the massive amount of replacement I've done, I'm kind of going crazy with the size of this project, and I need a break to do something else that's fun. So we'll take a step back from this, and we will start a new project and just keep chipping away at this. I'll keep chipping away at this off camera, because I really do want to finish it. I just don't want to finish it all in one go and kill my motivation for the game. So you know how it is. So yeah, with that, we're gonna wrap up this section of this project today, and this is where it sits. So hopefully you guys agree with the desire to do this. I'm probably gonna add some vines too. By the way, I'm gonna put in some random vines throughout this, and I'm gonna grab some like azalea bushes and tall grasses and stuff, and put that up on here too, because this is really samey right now, and so we want to vary it up with some extra color texture and stuff. But that is also a second pass, and it's also something that I can kind of just chip away at while I'm like watching Netflix videos and stuff, right? So yeah, with that, thank you very much for stopping by and watching my little world update. Until next time, happy gaming.